Look who's back, guys! Shane!
Austin! How'd I get here?
Divergent. Okay, so Divergent is another movie based on a book, a young adult dystopian novel. It stars Shailene Woodley as Beatrice. There's a bunch of factions together in this dystopian-like future.
Kind of similar to that of the Hunger Games, where a whole new government has completely taken over, and there's a little bit of a schism between two factions, and then you can use imagination. You can figure out from there.
Yeah, and basically what happened, the whole thing this is about is that there's a test that you take to determine which faction your brain thinks you should go to, but again, you decide how you feel which faction you should go to, and Shailene Woodley's character, Beatrice, her test results are inconclusive, which means she's divergent, which means she's pretty much a free will thinker.
Yeah, divergent people are those who have a special type of chemical within their brain or something. I don't know the exact story behind that, because they didn't really touch upon that.
Just to clarify, guys, we did not read the book.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was a book in the first place. But anyway,
same.
So basically, divergents are, as Austin stated, free thinkers. They are ones who can choose whatever they wish, and some factions in there, mostly the antagonizing one, are a little bit afraid of that.
This is a review of Divergent. Welcome back, Shane.
Thank you.
It's been a long time since you've been in a review, really. It's been a long time.
I'll give you a hint, it's because of work.
I wasn't really looking too forward to this one because it looked like it was just going to be one of those other movies that would capture upon the Hunger Games younger adult fame. And you know what? I actually kind of liked it.
Yeah, I
liked it.
I came in not knowing a clue what Divergence was. Because Austin's just like, you want to see it? And I'm like, okay. So I went ahead and did that, and I was actually pleasantly surprised.
So the director of this is Neil Berger. Now, if you don't know who that is, I know Shane doesn't know who that is.
No, I don't.
He's done some very visual movies. Two movies I've seen: The Illusionist, that's with Edward Norton and Jessica Biel, which is, I think it's a great magician movie. He also did Limitless, if you guys remember that. It's with Bradley Cooper, Robert De Niro, the one about the pill.
That will allow you to do pretty much anything.
Yeah, that one. His visual style works perfectly with this movie. Like,
it does.
Like with the test, especially, those things, his visual style is like...
The test, the trials, the setting, everything.
The acting was pretty good.
I thought it was pretty above par.
Yeah, Shailene Woodley, she's so likable. I mean...
like the main character?
Yeah,
she's very likable, very relatable.
Very relatable. She's been in The Descendants, which I have seen, which is an excellent one. She was in The Spectacular Now, which, if you remember, which one, it was one of my honorable mentions of last year.
Absolutely.
And she was so good in that. I think they tried to go for the Katniss style feel for Shailene Woodley.
I got that huge vibe off that.
Yeah, there's a huge Katniss vibe from her. But then again, it works for her. It does.
Yeah, it works.
Theo James, I think the love interest name. I think I saw that. I think people saw that.
Yeah, we knew there was going to be a love interest because honestly, when it comes to these types of movies, you know it's going to happen. When it will, we don't know. But it just does. It always does.
Yeah, at one point in the dialogue was like, I couldn't see fire. I was like, yeah, because you like her, obviously.
No lie.
This is very action-like. We have to talk about the action scenes, really. This is where I think one of my faults comes in for both of us, is because the cinematography-wise, again, there is a lot of close-ups in this.
Okay, yeah. For example, dialogue scenes had a lot of close-ups. Like,
oh my god!
If I believe their faces from the camera was like about maybe 5 or 6 inches away.
Maybe,
it was really close up, and it felt just slightly uncomfortable in my opinion.
Yeah,
because I'm just like, if I was one of them, I'd be like, can you please not get that?
Yeah, if they were behind me, I'd be like, can you back off, please?
It kind of created a little bit of an awkwardness to it, but at the same time, I understand what they were trying to do.
Yeah,
they just didn't execute it right. What they needed to do was make less scenes, like less cutaways, where it was. Instead, just like the whole group. Like, they would show the whole group, and when they start talking, boom, right in your face.
Yeah, it was like, it same goes with the fight scenes. There's a lot of close-ups of the fight scenes.
Yeah, and within fight scenes, you need to capture everything that happens.
Use your wide-angle lenses. Use those and show what's going on.
They are your friend. But at the same time, it still wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It seemed like the author of it seemed like she got a lot of inspiration from Harry Potter when it comes to the factions.
Yeah.
And Hunger Games when it came to like the dystopian world and trying to mesh them together. At first, it does work, but at the same time, it doesn't really work.
It's hard to follow. Once you look at it as a whole, they're really good,
they're really cool,
But the thing is, they're hard to follow. But at the same time, I mean, if you just keep looking at it, then you'll understand. But at the same time, it's very hard to catch on at first, because you're just like, who are that guys again?
There were a lot of times where I was like, what? what?
Yeah, there was a lot of confusion within the story. Not a lot, I would say.
Yeah.
See, I followed it pretty well, but the thing is that if you actually, I imagine if you actually look at the book and actually read it, you would understand it.
Yeah.
It's hard to compress something within something like a movie, especially if it being 2 hours and like 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
So, it's understandable. So if you're preparing to watch this, do know that you might have a little bit of confusion here.
Yeah.
I was able to follow it though.
I was a tad confused, and plus I found it kind of predictable.
Yes, the film.
It was predictable. It was, and plus I thought the main villain, Kate Winslet, she was really underused.
Yeah,
really underused.
Really underused, and her way of
great actress.
Yes, but the way her character's way of thinking was flawed.
Yeah,
by a lot because it's just like. I understand what you're going at here, but at the same time, it's like, that's kind of tyranny.
I genuinely really enjoyed it. Genuinely, yes. I mean, it does set itself up for a good trilogy. I can see it happening.
Oh yeah, we mentioned there is going to be a trilogy.
Yeah, I want them to explore the factions better, especially in the second movie, and I want them to explore the outside world more. That'd be really cool to see that.
Yeah, because the outside world it plays a huge part in the actual lore of the book. But the thing is that they don't ever catch up on it because, well, this is about something a little bit more closer to home rather than, say, way out there. But it's understandable, so that's why we're hoping for the second one to explore what is on the outside. This one's a tough one to give a score on because I can't help but be a little bit nitpicky at some parts, especially with the dialogue scenes, the whole predictability of the movie, but at the same time, if you can overlook that, I genuinely had a lot of fun, and it was an actually unique movie because of obviously it took references from popular books such as Harry Potter and Hunger Games. We all know how popular those are.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is, it still had its own uniqueness to it, which made it fun to watch.
Yeah.
And honestly, I cannot wait to see the next one, to be quite honest. So 4 out of 5 for me. I think that's pretty fair.
I felt like in the first half it took a little longer than expected. Just a tad longer than expected to get to the second half. While they did do a good job of mixing things from different other references, I think, they still kind of should have... It was still unique in its own way, but at the same time, predictable, yes. There are some things they could have done a lot better. So I'm gonna, I'm still gonna give it a positive review. I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
That's what I thought.
Out of 5. Yeah, I genuinely enjoyed it. Okay, so that was Shane's Irish review of Divergent. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Comment and let us know below. Avoid Divergent.
What faction would you choose?
Until the next review, we will see you guys next time.
See you around.